Okay, our today's topic is DNA repair. In our previous lecture, we discussed that after a replication, during a replication also, there are errors. Errors are very much obvious. Why? Because DNA polymerase 3 particularly, which is the important enzyme in replication, it is proceeding very fastly. Okay, means 2000 to 5000 nucleotide per second is going to add, and along with that, just addition of nucleotide is not a function of a DNA polymerase. With respect to the template, means whenever A is there, accordingly T should be inserted. Whenever the will there, A should be inserted. In that way, it is very fastly performing its work, catalysis. And henceforth, even if I give the example to you that write down the notes, and if you are saying the speedily, although you have no doing not a mistake normally generally, but to the fastness as I am prompting very fastly, hence may it is possible to write a wrong spelling. Same happens as far as DNA polymerase is concerned. Not only that thing, but there are several reasons we already discussed in our previous lecture, that the due to the spontaneous mutation in which the replication error or substitution frameship, okay, naturally happening phenomena, tautomerism and all these things, that due to this also the DNA is get altered. Now, along with that, many times in environment, such a mutagenic agents are there. Just yesterday's lecture where I discussed regarding to that. If the mutagenic agents are there, that are also responsible for the modifying the DNA. Then question arises whether the DNA should modify or not should not modify. Ideally, it is expected that it should not modify. But we also know that the mutation has a very much important aspect, significance in the process of evaluation. Because if the DNA is not undergoes a modification, the sequences are not changed. These are remains as it is. There are no new characteristic will be developed. No evolution will be takes place. Hence, in the biological science, evolution is very much important phenomena, and for that purpose, for the higher organisms like us, a sexual reproduction is one of the important component which imparts the evolution. But as far as the prokaryotic are concerned, there is no sexual reproductions are concerned. Henceforth, the mutation is very much important as far as the evolution of organism is concerned. But that changes whatever evolution that are expected very slowly. Okay, if these are abruptly happening, so that will what happens, because organism generally prefer the particular environment, and in environment it has adapted to that. And if it is undergoes, for example, lactose is abundant, or I can take another example. For example, one bacterium is there which is adapted to live in a fructose containing things, means it is normally present on the flowers, nectar or fruits. Here it has made its pathway to utilize the fructose. But suppose by chance if the fructose degradation genes are get modified, get hampered, then the enzymes will not produce. Enzyme will not produce, and then fructose will not utilize, and there is only in surrounding only fructose is there. Henceforth, in immediate sense, the DNA should be not modified. Okay. Henceforth, as far as natural mutations are concerned, the rate is less. Why the rate of mutation is less? One of the reason is that a contrary compensating system is available, and that is referred as the DNA repair system. Means obviously if anything happens, errors are there, mistakes are there, but cell biological systems also have another system which is responsible for the repair. Now, when the mutation takes place, actually in true sense, generally during the replication or during the various phenomenon, what happens, the nucleotides are undergo change. But after that, a repair system is working on that. And if that repair system is not capable to correct the things, then and then it is revealed as a mutation in the next generation. Otherwise, many times the mutation is corrected, or the errors in the DNA synthesis are corrected by the DNA repair system. Although it is not a part of the syllabus, and also we're not dealing as a microbiologist, we're not dealing with much more things associated with the cancer. But here also you will find the majority of things associated with this cancer are associated with the DNA repair system. Because in cancer, what happens? There are the slight nucleotides are changed, and due to that, the cell receptors are changed, and cell not obeys a particular homeostasis phenomena as far as the body is concerned. This is also due to the lack of DNA repair system. Means every time it is or not, but majority time cancers are due to the lack of DNA repair system. Means cancerous situation is always happen as far as all human beings are concerned. But what happens? Everybody's cellular mechanism is equipped with the DNA repair system, and that DNA repair system compensate that loss, and hence we will find that only few persons are get affected due to the cancer. Otherwise, cancer is not a problem for the majority. Why? Because their DNA repair system is properly active. Okay, we restrict our discussion as far as bacteria or prokaryote concerned. So I already given that due to the spontaneous mutation or due to the mutagenic agents also, although these are not a part of the natural environment, but sometimes ultraviolet radiations, you know that these are the obviously present as far as the routine sunlight is concerned, although their concentration, their presence is less. And due to this, what happens? Although always there are the changes, and these changes should be properly corrected. It is also true that all the changes are not corrected, hence the mutations are carried forwarded into the next generation. Otherwise, if all the mistakes, all the errors are corrected, then obviously there will be no mutation, and the organism will be remain constant for the longer period also. And so, we can just take example of Staphylococcus aureus. Means during 1930s, Alexander Fleming discovered the penicillin. But today, at that time, a Staphylococcus aureus is get inhibited even on that particular culture medium. Whatever the plate which is first time observed, which is inhibiting the growth of Staphylococcus aureus, a big zone, and that particular strain is a natural strain. It is not secreting much more penicillin, very slow, less amount of it. But this penicillin is effective against the Staphylococcus aureus, and after the 30-40 years, we find today a penicillin is not remain effective drug for the treatment of a Staphylococcus aureus or other. What happens? It requires several days to adapt that particular characteristics, and henceforth, mutagenic system, mutation system, spontaneous mutation, and along with the DNA repair, both are properly maintaining the balance, and hence it is very necessary to learn the several things regarding to the DNA repair. One thing keep in mind, life would not possible without this ability of repair, because so many mistakes are there, and if these mistakes are not corrected, then it is not possible to survive, because immediately whatever new characters you will develop, that doesn't have the significance, that they will very much difficult. Hence for repair system is essential, just like mutations are obvious one. Hence for to compensate that, the DNA repair system should be the present as far as this organ. This is broadly classified into the two categories. First is the photoreactivation, and remaining are also referred as the dark repair. This one is the photo repair, and another is the dark repair. Here, keep in mind that the photoreactivation, why these are so referred, because they require the light. In presence of light only, such system can be functional. But it is not so with respect to the dark. Okay, generally we misunderstand that the photo reactivation means it requires the light, and dark requires the darkness. It is not like that. Dark means it doesn't require the light. That means it is in whether the light is present or absent, it is going to happen. Okay, it is not a light dependent. That is the meaning of a dark. It is not that it requires light and it requires the darkness. Darkness is not necessary. Only thing is that it is independent of as far as the light is concerned. But the first system which requires the necessity of light, what happens during the experimentation, scientists found that when the performing the mutagenic experiments, means when the cell is exposed to the ultraviolet rays, that there is mutations are occur. While performing this study, they get observed that when the E. coli cell, for example, which is exposed to the ultraviolet rays, and then it is subcultured after proper, for example, 5 to 10 second exposure. If these are allowed to grow, then what happens? The majority of cells are get killed. Why? You obviously know that due to the exposure of ultraviolet rays, the thymine dimers get formed, and the number of thymine dimer is more. Automatically, it is quite difficult. Means within that particular genome, if a lot of thymine dimers are there, the cell will, of course, get died. But what happens in one of the experiments when this cell plates first exposed to the ultraviolet rays, and in later on these are exposed to the light. Light means visible light. Okay, even your tube light or lamp or your sunlight, it all comprises of the normal range of light, visible light. Okay, so that exposed to the visible light and several plates are kept in the darkness. It is found that those E. coli which are exposed in the light, the survival rate is more. Okay, means just a very hypothetical example I am giving. That's for example, if the 10 bacteria are there and that are spreaded due to the ultraviolet rays, what happens? Majority of them are getting activated. And if you expose in the light, what happens? Generally, 6 to 7 colonies are appear. Means only few numbers of organisms are getting died. While in the darkness, you'll find that the one or two get survived. Means 90%, 99% cells are get died. These indicate that the whatever damage which is induced by the ultraviolet rays that can be compensated by the light. Then question arises how it is taking place. So for that discovery, this particular mechanism, photoreactivation is discovered. So what is it is the correcting? It is correcting the damage by the ultraviolet rays. You know that the in our previous lecture we already know that the whenever the ultraviolet rays are exposed, there are the pyrimidine dimers are get formed. Many times it is a thymine dimer, but other dimers are also there. I already given the proportion of these dimers. So what happens? And these you also you know that whenever the adjacent thymine is there, that these thymine dimers are formed instead of a particular band. And what happens? And due to this particular, there might be a mutation, might be text. But suppose if the cells are exposed to the light, meanwhile, what happens? The light is responsible to activate the enzyme. Henceforth, this enzyme is referred as the photoreactivating enzyme. Why it is referred as a photoreactivating enzyme? Because it is get activated by the light. Means if the light is present, then and then it is going to activate. Otherwise, not. In presence of darkness, and the this particular enzyme will be not activated or not catalyzing the particular function. Here, within a visible light, scientists have also discovered that the blue colored light is responsible to activate, and this photoreactivity enzyme means whenever the cells and what is the peculiarity of this particular enzyme, what kind of reaction it is performing. It has capability to analyze or detect the thymine dimer. Not only it capable to detect, but it also remove, cleave. Okay, cleavage of dimer means here it make the cleavage, here also cleavage, and this thymine, which is a defected part that is removed one. Okay, and you know that the whenever the gap is created, these gap are later on filled by the DNA polymerases. Okay, keep in mind, although many times I am not explaining here, but keep in mind that the basic functions are maintained by the same enzyme whatever we discuss in case of replication. Okay, means for example here the gap filling is done by the DNA polymerase 1, that is necessary. Means what is the function of this photoreactivating enzyme? The photoreactivating enzymes just detect that wherever the thymine dimer bond dimer is get formed, it detect and it removes them. But after removal, what happens? There is a gap. The gap is not tolerated by the biological system. Henceforth, the DNA polymerase comes and it fulfills this particular thing. And also there is a requirement of DNA ligase also, because final sealing, final this particular after inserting this thing, the This sealing, this bond formation, phosphodiester bond formation is done by the DNA ligase. In that way, the thymine which is formed in this case, that is corrected by the incorporating the proper. And whenever the DNA polymerase 1 comes, it take advantage of this system. Here A is there, hence accordingly T is inserted. Here the A is there, T is inserted, and in that way we'll find that the this is the become just like a normal. Suppose if this particular thing is not happens, if photoreactivate enzyme are not so whenever during the replication both the strands are separated, this separated and this separated, as far as this strand is concerned, there is no problem, because according to AT will be incorporated, according to AT will be incorporated. But here the DNA polymerase not recognize the thymine dimer. That this is the thymine, it is not reveals it is to the DNA polymerase, and due to that what happens, it fastly incorporates the wrong nucleotide, any or create a gap, and henceforth that is inducing the mutation. But due to the photoreactivating enzyme, this particular function is compensated. Then remaining all are referred as remaining all are referred as a direct repair. So I already given the idea that the direct repair means what? They are just responsible correcting in absence of the light. It is not necessary that the it it should require the darkness. It is not like that. Okay. Then the next is the base excision repair. In this base excision repair, you will find that the here there is a wrong nucleotide. Is what is the what is mistake you find in this structure of DNA? Any problem here as per this?
Uracil.
Guanine pairs with uracil.
Actually, in DNA structure, uracil is not expected. It is a, it should be thymine, or thymine is present in the DNA, and when the G is there, here should be C is there. But what happens? By mistakenly, the DNA polymerase have incorporated the uracil. Whenever such a nucleotide are present in the DNA, it is as unusual, not usual nucleotide. That is happening here. This is the problem. And henceforth, in order in DNA, this particular structure should be not incorporated. Right? Henceforth, to compensate that, a base excision repair is working. In this base excision repair, what happens? Enzyme uracil DNA glycosylase is required. Because a particular enzyme will require, none other enzyme will recognize that such a mistake is happening. Henceforth, uracil DNA glycosylase is comes here, and it removes that particular uracil. This peculiarity of this enzyme is that uracil DNA glycosylase, wherever the uracil is incorporated, it is removed. Then for the removal, what happens is just make a tick. But for the removal, there should be the nick should be there. Means cutting should be there as far as this. And for that purpose, a special enzyme is required, that is the AP endonuclease. Okay, means both are working. Means for the detection, uracil DNA glycosylase is required, and along with that, when the uracil DNA glycosylase bind, then AP endonuclease is also going to bind. And due to this binding, what happens? This AP means the apronic apyrimidine exonuclease, endonuclease. Endonucleases, there are two kinds of nucleases. They are acting on the DNA. Whenever the at the anywhere from the any point the DNA is get cut, that is referred as endonucleases. Why exonucleases require the free ends. From the free ends, if the nucleus is acting, it is referred as the exonuclease. And from any part means in the intact double stranded DNA is concerned, the endonucleases are required. Due to the endonuclease, what happens? It makes the cut. But after making cut, what happens? Uracil is removed by the help of uracil DNA. But now what happens? There should be the replaced by the another correct things. Correct. What is the correct here? The G is there, means here should be the C will be there. There are two ways possible. In 80 to 90% cases, in 80 to 90% cells, what happens if the uracil is there, or in 80 to 90 means measure frequency is there. What happens? Only that U is removed, and the instead of that C is inserted. Already I have given that the DNA polymerase plays this important function, because a gap is created and the gap is fulfilled by the DNA polymerase, and final sealing is done by the which enzyme?
Ligase.
Very good. DNA ligase. Okay. Now in the but along with that, many times what happens? Although only one is defective, but in 10 to 20% cases, what happens? A major DNA polymerase not only replaces T, but it also removes this particular T, say, and once again newly synthesizing this. Okay. And hence this is get inserted, and finally it is sealed by the DNA ligase, and you will find that the in first case what happens, the U is there, and in corrected DNA the U is not there, means whenever the uracil is incorporated, at that time there is a need of a uracil DNA, that glycosylase enzyme, and for the cutting AP endonucleases are there. Then next is the mismatch repair. Now, this is the structure in which there is a mismatch. What is the mismatch here?
Pair with T.
ATG sequence. Instead of AT, there is a pairing of GT.
Here. Okay. So this is referred as a mismatch. Why? Because A always pair with T pair with A, C pair with G. This is the rule. But here this is happening, and due to the fast speed, this is happening. But now, while correcting there should be in former case what happens? Thymine dimer is there, that is not expected, hence it is removed. In former case also what happens? The uracil is there, uracil is also not a component of the T. Now question arises, here the mismatch is there, but which is the mismatched? Whether the system should remove the G or whether the system should remove the T. No problem, that this can be corrected by these two ways, that the G is here C will be there, or here the T, the A will be there, and in both the cases
Sir, T should remove
why T should remove?
because A is methylated. That means this is a old stand.
Oh. Okay, this particular concept majority of you might not know. We are going to discuss in the gene regulation topic, methylation, because at that time we are going to end the syllabus when we study the gene regulation, and also it will helpful to start our new topic, that is rDNA technology. So I am not discussing this methylation system, but for your convenience you should keep in mind that when the DNA replication completed, then there are several locations at which the methyl group is there. So this is the methylated, means both the strands of the that bacterial cell is methylated. And what happens whenever both the strands are separated, means both the template strands are methylated. And what happens? A new strand is synthesizing. For example, this is the separated strand and this is newly synthesized strand. Hence, for here the methylation yet to perform. Here the whatever nucleotides are present in this, the methylation is not takes place. Here the methylation is completed. This is the intermediate step. Later on, once the application is completed, then later on methyl groups are also added on this particular strand also. But now this is the intermediate step. What happens here? The one strand is methylated and another strand is not methylated, and hence both such a structure are referred as the hemi-methylated or semi-methylated. Semi-methylated means what? Only one strand is methylated. It also gives the hint that the whatever strand which is the methylated one, it is the older strand, and whatever non-methylated is the newer strand. Means it also gives the hint to the repair system that mistake is not by, because it is coming from the its progeny, okay, from the parent cell, this particular thing. But while inserting, this is mistake done henceforth, and for that this particular system should recognize that this is the methylated strand, this is the older strand, and this should be used for the correction. So it is a maintained as it is. The G will not replace. G is considered as a correct one, and hence both the system analyze, and that obviously it detect that the T is a wrongly incorporated. It is not a G is a wrongly incorporated, but the T is a wrongly one. So for that purpose, several proteins are required that are referred as the mute S, mute L, mute H. So these are the names given by the scientists where the discoveries are takes place. Actually, they might have used the different mutants, and generally mutations are very much useful for the detection of the genotype and phenotype. Since from the mutation, okay, so these particular names are there. These are names, just names, doesn't have significance, or that may be a particular authorities. We're not take much detail why these are referred as a mutation, all these things. Only thing is that what which function is played. What happens here, the mute L binds to the methylation signal located. Means methylation signal located means what happens, many times here the GATC, this methylated DNA is there, and just recognizing to these particular things that this particular strand is a methylated, means it is the correct strand. There is no need to correction. And so henceforth for that purpose a mute S is required. The mute S is detecting the system wherever the mismatch is there. While mismatch correction, it also take advantage of the methylation system that this is the methylated strand, hence it is a correct one. So there is a need to do this. Then what happens in second step? What happens? The once it has detected, it is going to bind. Then the mute L binds to the this signals, and then mute H, mute S they are discovered. Then mute L binds, and due to this particular binding, then it attracts the mute H. Okay. Many times these proteins are sequentially aggregate. Okay, means they are the step by step. I mean, many times this cascade is there. During the lack of or also in gene regulation we will explain. For example, in institute you will find that the crowd is there, but you will just find and you are detecting that nobody is from there from microbiology, so you avoid to go there. Okay, but somebody is microbiologist there, or from our class is there, or our teachers are there, we also go and see the crowd what is happening, otherwise not. Means typical, this is the signal. Henceforth similarly, the hence if the mute S is there, mute L is there, then the mute H is there. The mute S has the endonuclease activity, and due to this what happens, it makes the nick hair. Okay, GTC. And not only this particular part, but a major portion of this particular DNA, which consists of the wrongly incorporated nucleotide, this is get removed out. Okay, due to this mute H, the nick is there, and then so it is removed out. Also, I already given that for our sake of convenience, we are showing the DNA as a straightforward. Otherwise, they are the helical one. This is the helical, henceforth there this due to the removal of these things, what happens, there should be also the topological stress, and for that purpose a proper unwinding should be done there, and for that purpose mute U is involved, and it responsible to remove this stress, henceforth it will not get further, and further stress will not there. And due to this what happens, this is removed one. First mute H is, it is endonuclease, it just make the nick, and once the end is free, now the exonuclease is responsible to digest, and major portion, not only the wrong portion but the major portion is corrected, henceforth the long gap is created, and this long gap is later on fulfilled by the filled by the DNA polymerase 3, and along with that the DNA ligase is also required for the final, and in that we'll find here whatever the wrong T is there, this is the traced by the C, and this is the very common kind of repairing, obvious repairing, because during the DNA replication, mismatch repairing is the majorly happens. So that's all regarding to the mismatch repair. Same phenomena is there, it is taken from the another book. Okay. One thing is that in case of bacterial system, the names are mute S, mute H, whatever I discussed there. But in human system, these are they have the different names, HM, HM. Saying that the nomenclature is different for the eukaryote, particularly for the human being. That is the only difference. Otherwise, the mechanism is the same. Also, obviously, the proteins are same because there are the lot of complicated things are there, histone proteins and all these things are there. Hence, so their structure is not exactly modified, but as far as mechanism is concerned, that is the same one. Then nucleotide excision repair. In nucleotide excision repair, what happens? It also responsible to correct the thymine dimer. Then we want to have the question that the only the light is responsible to compensate the loss of the ultraviolet rays mutation. It's not like that. Even in the dark system also the ultraviolet radiations loss is compensated, and that is by the nucleotide excision repair. Only thing is that the suppose if you expose the this E. coli to the light system is also working, photoreactivating enzyme is also working, and this nucleotide excision repair is also working. Hence, so chances of repairing are more. But suppose if you kept the things in the dark, E. coli cell after exposing to the ultraviolet rays, if you kept that dark, then still they are capable to correct that things, and for that purpose there are several enzymes proteins are involved that we are going to discuss. Here, for example, here the thymine dimer is there, and for that this is also referred as the lesion. In Marathi we refer to the lesion as a व्रण. चुकीचं समजा आपल्या स्किन नॉर्मल स्किन आहे आणि काहीतरी तिथं थोडंसं वेगळापणा असला तर आपण त्याला व्रण म्हणतो. Typically here the thymine bond is formed, but obviously, so for example, if the darkness is there, then still here the photoreactivating enzymes can't do anything, can't provide any help. Why? Because it is reactivated by the light. Here light is not there, but for that purpose another system, that is the nucleotide excision repair is there. So this is the located, means where is the thymine? So this is located by the two proteins, that is UVRA and UVRB. Two copies of UVRA is required and one copy of UVRB is required in order to recognize it. The name, once again, it might be associated with the ultraviolet experiences, such names are given UVR. Okay. Then what happens? The UVRA subunit detach and UVRC is get attached. Once both are get bound, then this is A is get removed. Only thing is that their function is that when this dimer is get formed, then it is just detected. Once they are detected, then the function of UVR is complete and it get detached from the system. It is removed, and instead there is the UVRC is get attached at the 5 sides of the lesion, 5 prime location of the lesion. Now here UVRB nicks the DA, okay, because there should be the cutting, and this is done by the UVRB on the 3 prime. Means here it is binding, and at the 3 prime it is the UVRC at the 5 prime at this location. It is a binding, and at the 3 prime UVRB, and then once these both are there. Then also there is an involvement of UVRT. UVRT is the helicase, because whenever the long portion is removed out, problem of helix structure maintenance should be not there. Topological stress should not there. Hence, helicals are also there. And due to this, what happens? Then this is get removed out. Okay, with the help of UVRB and UVRC, this is the defined and then removed out. And for the maintaining the proper structure, nuclear URD helicase is also required. And once this gap is created, that gap is fulfilled by the DNA polymerase 1, and along with that the final sealing is done by the DNA ligase. And in that way, in the former picture, you will find whatever thymine dimer is there, it is corrected even in absence of a photoreactivating enzymes. Okay, another and the last example, which is the given in our syllabus, that is SOS inducible repair. So this is referred as a save our sheep damage response. SOS, save our sheep. What happens whenever the sheep has their own protocol to save their, whenever the emergency is there at that time, protocol is there. In that there are two important. Actually, it is not a specific system, but it controls the all the previously discussed the things, because whatever mismatch or the nucleotide or excision repair we are discussed, that they have the different proteins, and the different enzymes are required. So the mute H, mute D, or UVRA, UVRB, or photoreactivity enzyme, these are the located in several parts. These proteins are secreted by the specific genes are present. Now, in USOS, what happens? Two important proteins are there. That is the Lex A and Reg A. The Lex A is a normally produced. This is also referred as a constitutively produced. Constitutively means without any induction. There is none message is required for the production. So what happens as far as the normal cell is concerned? The Lex A is a normally synthesized. Means how it is get synthesized, the Lex A protein from this DNA. This is the gene actually. From this DNA, RNA transcript is synthesized, and from that RNA, a protein is synthesized. So these are the Lex A protein. So what these Lex A proteins are playing the functions? They have ability to bound to the these genes promoter. Okay. So these UVRA is not synthesized during a normal condition. Okay, because cell behaves much more economical. Whatever thing which is not required, that will not respond, that is not created by this. For example, if there is a no need of repair system, there is the gene should be the suppressed. They should not express. Okay, normally several copies are there from the previous cells, they are distributed. But suppose if the cell is not get exposed to the ultraviolet rays, means there is no thymine dimer bar, there is no thymine dimer are formed, then why the cell should produce the UVRA, UVRB, or the photolyase or other enzymes? They should be not produced. And for that purpose, the Lex A is there. The Lex A, what happens? It bounds to the this particular things, and this is referred as the SOS box. Why it is referred as SOS box? Because it decides whether they should produce or not. Means from this gene should be expressed or not, that is decided by this reason. Whether the REK protein should produce or not, that is decided by, or other DNA repairing enzyme should express or not, that is decided by the this reason. Hence, it is referred as the SOS box. What happens in normal case? Lex A synthesize, and it responsible to repress these important proteins like UVRA, UVRB, or photolyse, or the REK. REK is also there. Actually, the REK has the co-protease activity. Means it has ability to degrade the protein. Actually, it is a protein, and Lex is also a protein. Means suppose REK is expressed, REK is responsible to degrade the Lex. Okay. Now, see the beautiful circuit. When the Lex A is secreted, it is going to bound here, and REK A will not produce. But suppose if the REK A will be produced, the REK A is responsible to, means it is controlling to this, and this is controlling to this in that way. Okay. Now what happens? In normal case, Lex A is there, but due to the DNA damage, and that DNA damage at the higher level. I'm not talking regarding the regular errors done by the DNA polymerase. For example, cell is exposed by the gamma radiation, cell is exposed to the ultraviolet rays or the mutagenic region, concentration more is there. Keep in mind that the concentration is more, exposure time is more, automatically the damage is more. If the much more damage is there, which lot of DNA is get modified and lot of DNA is get altered, then chances of cell survival is not there. And so in such a case, there is a need that these enzymes should be expressed in a higher rate. As per as regular thing, regularly only routine whatever several enzymes are required for the repair, that are available. But for the additional, there additional synthesis is required, and hence what happens due to the damage, the REK A is get activated. Means here, suppose for example, even at SOS, the mutation takes place, or the thymine dimerase takes place. What happens? Due to this, the typical structure is get modified, and there are so many SOS boxes are there. So what happens when the lex A is produced? The lex A is can't capable to bound to this region. Why? Because it is undergoes a lot of damage, and hence so many SOS box are there. So, for example, suppose here it is disturbed, and due to this, what happens? Lex A will not bound here. If the lex A is not bound, then what is the signal? That the rake A will be produced. If rake A will be produced, what is the problem? That it is degrading. Whatever new lex A is synthesized, that is the degraded by the co-protease activity of rake A, and henceforth there is no rake lex A to bound at the SOS. If there is no lex A at the SOS, then automatically all these enzymes are going to express, means in abundant form, as the damage is much more. For example, when the ship is sinking, at that time a totally different kind of protocol is required, that is referred as the SOS. The same thing is happening, hence all the SOS box are now allowing their subsequent genes to express, and these are nothing but the DNA repair system. And due to the presence of abundant quantity of DNA repair proteins, then all DNA abundant protein remaining mechanism is same. Whatever I discussed, mismatch repair and all this. What kind of DNA damage is there? That these are compensated by these things. Actually, it is a aggregate structure, and it is only activated when the it is required. So it is another diagram. Here you can find that the this is the lex A. It has the ability to repress the rake also, and the other important genes also, whatever I shown in previous diagram, which are responsible for the DNA repair system. But once this is expressed, means rake is expressed, what happens? That responsible to inactivate the rake, and that is not available. Means for all the target genes means the those genes which are involved in the DNA repair system, these are expressed and abundantly available, and in that way it is referred as the SOS inducible repair. Why inducible? Because it requires the induction, it requires the external message. Externally, suppose a lot of ultraviolet rays are damaging the things, and so automatically the rake A is get activated, and that lex A is get inactivated, and other enzymes are induced, and which are now taking care of a damaged DNA. That's all regarding to SOS. So these are the summary of important genes. For example, in nucleotide excision, which proteins are required in mismatch, which required in double stranded breakup. Others are also given, but as far as our syllabus is concerned, base excision, nucleotide mismatch, these are there. So these all are responsible for the modifying the thing. So these are the proteins involved. Okay, but along with that, I already given the things that the that the DNA polymerase 1, DNA polymerase 3, or DNA diagonals are required. Okay, one question is there from Krishna. Sir, if light is present, then which mechanism properly work? Photoreactivation or the dark repair? Both. Dark repair will also happen, because I already given that there is no necessity of the